Somebody recently sent me a meme that's been floating around online, mostly on the social media pages of Christians, I would suspect, which essentially tells people how lame their excuses are for skipping church on Sunday, and it uses a rather clumsy sports metaphor. Now, all of us who've spent time in church have heard the mumblings and the excuses for not going to church, and sometimes we've even made those excuses ourselves, right? But the piece being shared online is called 12 Reasons Why I, as a Pastor, Have Decided to Quit Attending Sporting Events. And again, this is a riff on skipping church, with each point making some kind of commentary about how, they always wanted money, they weren't friendly enough, people there were hypocrites, it's my only day off, I know more than the coaches, or pastors in this case. And finally, point number 12, which I thought was really telling. I don't want to take my children because I want them to choose for themselves what they really like. I read this last reason and I was struck by its honesty. I mean, the line is essentially shaming parents who want to raise kids that think for themselves. Well, I don't often spend a whole lot of time on religious posts and posters. They are the Mentos commercials of the internet, right? But I just couldn't pass up this opportunity to present my own version of the metaphor. So for your approval, I present 10 improvements to the original and lame church sporting event metaphor meme. Number 1, my Sunday morning sleep was more exciting. I remember these conversations. Okay, I can get up, shower, shave, press my clothes, drive to the church building, park, greet everybody, find a chair, sing songs, pass the offering plate, sing even more songs, listen to a 45-minute sermon, endure the long-ass altar call after the sermon, greet even more people, drive home, get in my grubby clothes and go to sleep, or I could just go back to sleep. And I would wager that most churchgoers who say they've never had this internal conversation are lying. Number 2, players had to figure out the playbook, which was poorly translated from other languages and didn't make any sense. Too easy. Number 3, the season lasted literally forever. Number 4, the referees couldn't agree and often stomped off the field. Now, anybody who's ever been through a church split can speak to this one. And often the church leaders who leave say they are led by the Spirit to do so. Number 5, the league wanted 10% of my annual income to buy supplies. Number 6, the team slogan, "We're not worthy," was a downer. As it is written, there is no one righteous, not even one. Number 7, the marching band kept ripping off songs from pop radio. And praise bands, you know who you are. Number 8, team propaganda told my kids they'd get rich someday. Mansions in heaven, jewels in their crown. And hey, if you're Joel Osteen, you don't have to wait nearly that long. Number 9, the coach never showed up. Ever. Number 10, team policy dictated that anyone who didn't join the team had to be captured, tossed in a pit, and burned alive. That is a better, and I think more accurate list, and a less clumsy sports metaphor for the church, which should not have to shame people into believing that they're stealing time and money from God if they decide they have better things to do on a Sunday. Now look, if the church provides a sense of community for you, fine. You still have every right to be skeptical, to challenge, to ask questions and expect sensible answers to those questions. Pastors and priests do not have a monopoly on your mind or your time. And if you'd honestly rather sleep in, chill out, hang out, do something else with your Sunday, go ahead, skip church. Rest your body and your mind. Spend time with those you care about. Make some memories and spend a few guilt-free hours playing other sports. Sports that make friends, make sense, and most importantly, they don't go out of their way to make you feel like a loser.